saying.
Even good women are like that these days. They will talk about each other and don't say it to each other's face. I'm just being fair and honest.
Yeah, but those aren't, that's not your friend. You know what I'm saying?
No,
That's not your friend. Those are not real friends. Those are not people that I would want around me. If I found out Myra was telling other people my business, or she wasn't
She told
happy
me
for
something
me,
about your
or she
show.
wasn't this, tell me.
Nothing.
Don't you dare. Listen, don't make me start knocking over all these mics.
But I'm serious, like, you cannot.
We go viral. Let's go viral.
All right, we're going viral today. Don't lie on me.
Those are people that you
Because
need
this
in your
my
life.
sister.
She never said nothing.
Right,
can't,
thank you.
Welcome to the Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast, starring Q the Boss.
Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back to another episode of Don't Let That Go Over Your Head podcast. They call me Q the Boss. Listen, today, listen, they're not even guests. I don't even know if we say that. They're not guests.
We're back again.
Listen, this is the people that come in the house and you be like, go in the refrigerator. At this point. So, if y'all want to introduce something new about y'all, I'm going to let y'all introduce yourselves today.
It's nothing new about me, guys. Same old Shay.
Shay.
Hi, guys. Happy New Year, everyone.
Give it up for Shay.
I come in peace today. Peace.
And to my left.
Hello, guys. Me again. It's Myra.
And you know, we
Happy
get
New
along.
Year.
We get along.
Because
This
we're born
one-
in the same month.
That's why. We get along. This
You're a
one,
Gemini also? Q?
same
No,
month.
but
She
he
didn't say
born
same
in May.
month.
So,
I'm May baby.
you know, we May baby.
I'm a Taurus,
we be
baby. I'm a
chilling.
Taurus.
We be
Stubborn.
He's a
chilling.
Taurus.
So, guys, as you know, today's episode is, what is the price of love? Who want to tell me what's the price of love today?
Go ahead, Myra. What's the price of love?
Why y'all starting with me though? All right. See, you know, I was thinking about when they told me the topic, I was thinking, you know, my wheels were turning. So when you say love is subjective.
Agreed.
So first, I feel like before we could talk about price, can we what's the word I'm looking for? Define
Define love.
love
Okay.
first. Like when you say love, what are we talking about here?
I will say this, right? When you look at most people and their idea of love is based on movies, I do believe that, and I'm gonna, no shade, I do believe that a lot of women have a hard time finding true love because their idea of true love isn't real, right? True love is a person that's committed to you, dedicated to you, wants to be with you, always gonna be there no matter what, will push your wheelchair when you're old, will feed you when you're sick. I think that's love. I think people have this idea is basically a person overly becoming what we want them to be for us and only benefit us. I think that's not love. It took me a long time to realize that Walt Disney and The Notebook and all of them was cat. You know, and it took me a while to understand that. But love, the truest definition of love, biblically, it says, love does not impose its own will. The word impose means force. So true love is about accepting people for who they are. Go ahead, Sister Soldier.
Sorry if I may just chime in. So when you say women have this expectation of love, just okay, we can argue that that's true, right? Or we can lay that to rest that that's true. But do you feel that when you put it all in perspective, mostly men cheat? So if love is, you know, us, that we're the ones that have this expectation and we try to impose our will, then why is it that it seems like mostly you guys are the one that step out? So do you not love the person you're with enough to say, because I feel like with women, we love so much that we'll just stay through y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? And we tolerate and we tolerate and we tolerate. But if love is supposed to be effortless and selfless and all of that, then why is it that you guys seem to go astray usually?
I'm going to answer this. They said the number one cheaters in any relationship is gay people, for one. And that's not my opinion. That's a scientifically proven fact. Gay people are the most promiscuous, and that's based on science and statistics.
Okay.
Secondly, women cheat just as much as men. No, men and women both cheat. I don't think there is, I meet as many cheating women as I meet cheating men these days. And I do believe that.
Can we look up to see who cheats more?
Who cheats more? I think it said it was women. Divorce. Number one, divorces is woman or woman. They lead in divorce. So when two women together, lesbians have the highest divorce rates.
Okay.
Like the highest.
Okay. All right.
You know, and then followed by men and women.
Sir, I don't like the way you just forcing stuff in my mouth today.
Boy, did damn, that was diabolical. But listen, but I do believe this though, and I'm gonna say this. I do believe that a lot of times the men, for instance, if a man genuinely loves a woman, I think some men step out because they feel like they're not being heard. And I think a lot of men do not have the courage to just walk away.
So men don't love unconditionally, like
I think
you
we do
previously
love.
said before.
We do love unconditionally because we stay even though the conditions aren't being met.
You stay even though you cheat.
I think more women are higher with the divorce rate because a man won't leave. Like he'll stay to the end if he's in a relationship. He will fight to the end for it. But a lot of times he'll step out because he's like, I love you, but I'm not happy. And it's like, damn, sometimes that might be his only way of getting his peace. And I'm not trying to justify it, but I think that a lot of men don't go where they're tolerated, they go where they're celebrated. So he's not being celebrated, so therefore he needs that recharge. I think sex for a man means more than a woman. You know, I think it's a recharge
So
for a man.
you're willing to stay in an unhappy relationship or marriage and step out rather than leaving if you're unhappy?
But it's proven that men will.
I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about you. That's something that you would do.
I've done it. I've done it before. Okay. But I do believe that men will literally neglect their happiness for love more than women. I think women in most cases say, I left because I'm not happy. I think a lot of women put their self first when it comes to that word love.
So it's not about happiness.
I think happiness is self-inflicted. It's a self thing where you have to be happy within yourself. I don't think a man or a woman can make each other happy. I think we can make each other happier, but I don't think a man can make a woman happy. I don't think a woman can make me happy. I think I have to be happy. Do what makes me happy.
Do you think because of that reason now, women have way more emotional intelligence than men?
50-50, depending on the
No, it ain't
circumstances.
50-50. Because if a woman will decide, like this gentleman just stated, that we have the highest divorce rates because we will choose to leave instead of being happy, as opposed to what you just said, y'all will stay and cheat.
Because again, sometimes when
Y'all don't have the what? Courage, you said.
it's not about the courage, it's that we don't want to, a lot of us don't want to break up our families. You know, there's many reasons, of course it is. But what I will say is like when dating, a lot of men don't want to just give up on a person they love so much. That's the unconditional right there. Like, if you look at a man, if you sat him down and evaluated why he stepped out, sometimes it's not because of he don't love her. It's just the fact that she's not doing what he wants her to do. And sometimes it's the disrespect because like when you really look at it, men have to be very tolerable with a woman's mouth in order to stay in a relationship, because a lot of the times we've been conditioned to believe that verbal abuse is just a normality and it's natural. But in reality, it kills a man's self-confidence, it kills his pride, it kills his ego. And men, we're built off of that. And it could hurt him to the point where he won't even move. You called him a lazy bum too many times to the point where he doesn't even see himself. And when he looks in the mirror, he don't like what he see. Because the person he loves the most, I think the mothers and our wives are the number 1 and 2 people that can hurt us the most. And maybe our daughters. They can hurt us the most.
But if we don't need each other to be happy, just happier, then why would that opinion of you from that person cause you to start to feel like that within yourself? You know what I mean?
Because masculine energy is about giving. And when a man is building, he needs someone to give it to. So when he's building himself up, what he's giving is what he's created for himself. Men's security comes from the fact that the people around him are more happy. That's the one thing about masculine energy. More feminine energy is selfish. More masculine energy is selfish. We're selfless rather. We give. And that's really what it is. So when
Women don't give, you don't think?
I think to a degree, because in most cases women don't like to share what they've created. No, y'all give. It's conditional. It's conditional. I'm being fair. You know why I say that? Watch this. Do you agree with this, Mary? Watch this. You take a woman, right? In most cases, a woman that has educated herself, got a degree, built her life up, who glorifies her credentials. In most cases, she's not trying to be a provider, but she talks as if she's a provider. When meeting a man, she brags about her credentials, but she don't plan on sharing with a man anything she's built. But the man, when we built, we plan on giving you the house. If I own a home, the woman moves in, she can feel like she's at home. If I walk and move into a woman's house, I have to walk and tread lightly, because as soon as she gets mad, she's gonna remind me, this belongs to me. And I'm just being fair in most cases. You know it's true. You needed that dun, dun, dun.
Can we talk about, okay, so now y'all asked me a question, right?
I'm listening to
so
why
y'all
do you
asked a
disagree?
question. We're going to go back to the topic we was talking about. What was it? What is the price of love?
What is the price of love?
So now that we have defined love, right, we have got some examples. I think there is no price. I think, like what you described, love is someone that is caring, selfless, gonna push your wheelchair when you need it. If you need your diaper changed, gonna change your diaper when you get old. That's love. There is no price on that. Now, there's a price on other things, but that's a different topic. But as far as love, in my opinion, there is no price, but it does come with some rules and regulations.
Right.
I agree.
I will say that.
I want y'all to both to elaborate on that. What is a very, very this is it for me, factor in a relationship that you guarantee I'm walking away from this. Excluding cheating.
Say that again. What would make me
Excluding
walk away?
cheating.
I'm done. Excluding cheating.
Anything that causes you my peace. Like I feel like what Myra said, to add to that is, I feel like love shouldn't always hurt. And I feel like sometimes we talk about like, oh, love is selfless and love is this and love is that, but love can sometimes be painful, and sometimes you have to love enough to let go. Sometimes you can love someone that much where you're like, you know what, this is costing me my peace. This is very toxic, and mental health is very important. We see what it's doing, guys. Like, this is real life. So I think that sometimes you have to love enough to walk away. And I don't think walk away always means giving up. Sometimes that's just the brave thing that you have to do. You know what I'm saying? In order to protect your peace. So sometimes you say, yes, a woman will just leave because she's unhappy, but that's not true. Women don't just get up one day and say, you know what? I am unhappy today, and I think that I'm going to leave you. Women will take and take and take. And we break down too. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where sometimes it's just like, you know what? This is too much. And you have to do what? Protect your peace, especially if there's kids involved. Like, now you have to create a space for your children where they see happiness. They see what true, of course, true love isn't always we're walking around holding hands and mommy and daddy are kissing and all of that, but they need to feel that love, because when you create a toxic space for kids, they're not flourishing. They're not thriving. They feed off of that. And it's going to reflect in their everyday behavior of what is at home, because it starts at home. So I think that, when you say what's the cost of love, sometimes it's like, you know what? It's my peace. Sometimes it has to be your peace, and you have to protect that by any means.
And what about the price you pay for love? Let's talk about that.
I will say this though, when you look at logic, right? You see, a woman likes provision. She likes protection.
Right.
And she likes security. All three of those things a man has to do in order to give that to a woman. He has to do those things. He has to build himself up to the point where he can provide. He has to build up his courage to the point where he can protect. And then he has to consistently do the work to give us security, right? The one thing we ask for that every human should give to each other is respect. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to give people respect. Men don't require much when it comes to getting in a relationship with a woman. A lot of the times we just want respect, and respect is not making me look stupid. Respect is not doing anything that's gonna have people talking about me. Respect is mirroring me to the point where a man ain't gonna, because 9 out of 10 times when a woman steps out, she only makes herself look bad. She doesn't see it, because a lot of these girls nowadays think they can keep up with a man. In reality, she can't clean off her blemishes every time she has sex with another guy. She can't walk away from those stains. So she'll say, oh, I'm good. And I'm like, but in reality, your pH balance smells like you had a couple of guys.
Whoop they do.
It's just the truth.
Not the pH balance.
Is this true or not?
Whoa.
Is it true or not?
Very
Well,
true.
ask me my pH balance.
I'm not talking about you.
But
But there's a lot of girls right now who they have an odor because of their too.
You over here looking at me. Is it
sexual.
the truth?
But that's poor decisions.
Where did
but
that
okay,
come
let's
from?
go back to what you were saying. Like, the thing is,
Right.
The truth.
men. When you had said something a little while ago,
Yes.
and I kind of a little disagree. I
I'm
believe
listening.
men can have sex, intercourse, whatever, and have no feelings attached.
We can.
So women, for me personally, and this is, my cousin, best friend, we kind of the same. If I have sex with you, I like you.
Yeah.
I have to have some type of
Most real
emotional
women.
attachment. I have to be into you some sort of way in
Yeah.
order to.
I don't think a woman just steps out just because she feels
And
like
if
it.
she do,
A good
these
woman.
are the ones
Something,
where
yeah.
her
A good woman.
pH balances ain't balanced.
Damn.
Yeah.
So
And a woman never usually steps out with multiple, like you
No.
guys. A guy
We gonna
can
find that one.
She may just have that one person
Right.
that's her person.
That's
with
it.
with men, it's gonna be you're all over the place,
All
and
over.
you're the one that messes up our pH balance.
Because you get too many penises. But I will say this though, when a woman, right? When a woman she meets a guy, right?
What truth are we avoiding?
In most cases, I don't know. In most cases, that's a woman saying that too. I'm saying, but in reality, most women, they don't look at the fact that their expectations a lot of times are unrealistic. And I do believe that love has become, a price tag has been placed on love.
But these are these young women. Q.
Nah, don't say that. I'm being honest with you.
A lot of these younger
I'm grown,
women,
and I see it from both sides.
A lot of these younger women have these expectations of a man where it's like he needs to provide 100%. He needs to pay for this. He needs to buy me this. He needs to do this. I don't think your average wholesome woman is going into a relationship with those expectations. I don't think that Myra has that. I have that. Your lady has that. So that's 3 out of 3 women right there.
That's a very small, when you're talking about the overall picture.
Right.
Most women definitely overly expect men to be the 1% providers to give them the lifestyle that they want. Most women are in competition with each other when it comes to life anyway. Men, we use each other as motivation, but women are competing with each other a lot of times, to the point where a woman will lie about her relationship just to sound like she's better than the other girl. I've never met a man like that. You know how like the one thing I always say, that women don't admit that they have problems? I have never in my existence met a man that says that I don't have no men friends. But I've met tons of women that say they don't have girlfriends. I've never in my existence met a male, a straight man, say I don't have no men friends. But I've definitely heard straight women say I don't have no girlfriends.
That's odd.
You've never heard that before in your life?
I've never heard a woman say I don't have any female friends.
I heard women say, "Oh,
I've definitely heard females say that.
Maybe say they don't have a lot.
I've heard women say they don't rock with no girls.
But you've heard females say they have no female friends?
Yes.
I've never heard that.
Tons. Yes, that's what I hear a lot. But the one thing I do is say this, and a lot of
With
times,
the neck to tell it.
but truth, a lot of women don't like to tell each other the truth. I'm not using you guys as an example.
Right.
I'm speaking from a whole. Most women won't lie. You know how many men will say this if you ask on my live right now? My men on my live, answer this question. You know how many times a woman you'll be talking to, or a woman you know, will go out with her friends, and as soon as she get away from her, she'll be like, I can't believe she wearing that. She'll talk crazy about her friend, and I'm like, damn. Like, my girl would never know nothing about my boys. Never know nothing about my boys. It ain't her business. I will never sit down and pillow talk with my woman about my man.
You gotta know how to choose your friends. Some friends are definitely very weird.
Right.
Weird vibes. You have some friends that are just...
A lot of women crazy like that.
I don't compete with my friends. At the end of the day, if Myra is doing amazing, I'm happy for her. You know what I mean? We go down different paths. You know what I mean? We have goals to...
LaDonna said only women do that BS.
Yeah, but a lot of women do that. But I don't see guys doing that with their guy friends. But women have this competitive thing towards each other. Can't be happy for each other. Don't want to see each other thrive. It's like if
give it up for her because she's telling the truth right now. Please,
it's the truth.
Please,
if your girlfriend is doing a little too much, now you mad because you know what I'm saying? Who she thinks she is or whatever.
Right.
Like, come on. You know, in friendship, I feel like I don't compete with my friends. I want us all to do great.
We're all gonna win.
And I want us all to be amazing. Like,
I want us all to win.
You know what's scary? I went out with a girl one time and the girl was like, I said to her, the girl, I was like, oh, your outfit is nice. You know what her friend said? Because she got it out of my closet.
Yeah.
A man would never do that to a man.
See?
But those men, I feel like they fruity. But no disrespect, but I just think that's not the real average
but that's
man.
Not fair. He's saying that some men do
No,
that.
I'm just saying that even good women are like that these days. They will talk about each other and don't say it to each other's face. I'm just being fair and honest.
Yeah, but those aren't, that's not your friend. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
that's not your friend. Those are not real friends. Those are not people that I would want around me. If I found out Myra was telling other people my business or she wasn't
She told
happy
me something
for
about
or
your
she
telling.
wasn't this, tell me.
Nothing.
Don't you dare. Listen, don't make me start knocking over all these mics.
But I'm serious. Like, you cannot.
We go viral. Let's go viral.
All right, we're going viral today. Don't lie on me.
Don't tell people that you need in your life.
She never said nothing.
Right,
You can't.
thank you.
That was clearly a joke, guys.
I'm just at that point where, I'm 40, guys. I turned 40 in
Damn.
August.
Damn.
Don't play with me. But you don't need those people around you. Like, come on, life is too short. You got to start cleaning our house.
But in fairness, in order to have these kind of conversations, a man, I always say I don't make me the standard.
Right.
I'm fair and honest.
Right.
Because I know that I do have certain qualities that a lot of men should have. And I'm not trying to make me the end all be all, but I know I'm a good guy. And I know I work hard. I know I'm a great provider. All of those good things, but I don't make me the standard. But I do know a lot of men nowadays, they do a lot of sucker stuff. And I'm going to be fair and honest. But I do know for a fact that there has been things going on with women for years that they wouldn't call each other out on. To the point where if I tell a woman that she shouldn't wear something, I'm considered body shaming. But in reality, that's not body shaming. It's called telling the truth.
Right.
But now we got to get back to that point. Otherwise, our culture ain't moving forward. And even I call men out all the time about their stuff. A real man could never be around me who don't take care of his kids. That's mandatory. I would never be around a man that don't take care of his children. I don't care if you work at McDonald's or you work at a Fortune 500. Whatever you got to do to provide for your family and your children. I will always respect a man like that, right? But I do know girls. Listen, there's a girl right now that somebody know that's on this live right now that knows somebody that's keeping their baby father away from their child, and you won't call her out on that crap. And knowing that you're going to create this child, stop doing it so much, it's going to keep over the words, right? It's going to be, right when you hear that, there's going to be a person right now who's going to suffer later in life for the fact that that girl never called that girl out on, yo, let your baby father see your kid. You wilding. That kid going to have issues when they grow up. But a lot of women, look, right now, the biggest thing we have right now is a lot of women are keeping their children away from the father. And a lot of women need to start calling women out on this crap, because this is every man gets put into this box that all men don't want to be good for. That's cap. There are a lot of men that try and they give up because it's too much. It's like, I left you, I didn't leave my child.
But there's a lot of men out there. There are a lot of men out there that don't try
100% deadbeats. 100% deadbeats.
That are just deadbeat
100%
that just don't want any parts of their kids. And
there's people that say they're single mothers, though.
Talk about it.
A single mother is one income, not two incomes. You know that? You hear people say, I'm a single mother. I'm like, you on child support. How are you a single mother?
Look.
How are you a single mother on child support? Like, I was a single father. His mother gave me nothing.
I mean,
that's
I
a
feel
single
like
father.
when you say the word single mother, I think is obviously, if the dad is helping, then you're not a single mother.
Yes.
But I think it's used in the way to say, like,
you're a woman that's single.
But just because you give money, kids need more than just financial provision. If I'm in this house and I'm doing everything for the child from day in, sun up to sundown, you know, the doctor visits, the schooling, the everything, then, and you're just putting money in an account, then do you really want, don't get me wrong, is his dad involved? Yeah, financially, but that's it, because there's more to a child than just
I agree
financially.
with you. But there's times where men literally have to go and beat at the woman's drum to participate as a father. And when he don't do what she want him to do, he's considerably not a good father. One of the number one things is when I dated a woman and I got involved with a woman, I looked for a nurturer, because I knew what I was good at is providing. So reality is most good providers aren't great nurturers. They're just not. They need to hit those key moments to be there for that child. For instance, the graduations, the big events, the basketball games, those things they're not going to be on there day to day. I'm not going to a doctor with a child because the bills still got to pay. So again, it depends on the circumstances of what we consider. One thing I do know is a lot of times, men and women, they tend to hold each other to standards that they didn't hold their parents to. Like, I know women that hold a man to a standard that her father wasn't even. And I'm like, your father wasn't even like that. So that means that's not normal. That's a movie. And I can't hold a woman to something I seen in a movie. Everyone is flawed, right? But again, I'm not gonna, she wasn't there. She didn't, like, come on, fam. Like, that's a movie, bro. You getting that script, because where's it being referenced from? It has to be a movie. I don't know no perfect relationships. I know good relationships. But I don't know no perfect relationships.
Story time. So interestingly,
here it goes. Hit the dun now.
My oldest, right? His dad is, I think we can argue and say he's well off and he's doing well for himself. Now, every month he gives me a certain amount of money. We never went to court. I never took him to court.
Is it a good amount?
$650. I think that, considering who he is and what he does.
No, it's not.
And the fact that you just pulled up last weekend in a Bentley, whether borrowed, rented, or
Them
stolen.
send me no watch pockets.
Whether borrowed, rented, or stolen, it kind of gives me, but you know what? I never made a big deal. So we met up. Now, my son is going to be 13 in July. He calls him every once in a blue. Usually forgets his birthday. And I usually tell my friends and family, don't post anything, because he follows me on social media. So he'll see that post, and that's when he'll remember that it's his son's birthday, right? Doesn't really call to check up on him, doesn't call the kid, doesn't know much about him. You know what I'm saying? But faithfully gives that money every month. So last week he messaged me and he goes, hey, can we talk? I'm like, okay. Do you want to call me? No. So we met up and we're talking, and he's telling me that You know, he wants to be more active in his son's life. He wants to be there more, which I've never disagreed with. Initially, a lot of this stemmed from him wanting to take my son when my son was younger, and he didn't give me his new address. And it's like, you don't need to know where I live. I absolutely need to know where my son is going to be if you're going to take my child, especially overnight. Like, what? So we met up and he said he wants, you know, to do better, be better. He's going to start calling him more and coming to basketball games and doing all these things. That was a week ago. He hasn't called him once. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and again, guys, the person we're talking about is very much so in the spotlight, very much so is out there. He has the means and he just doesn't. So what do you call that? Like, I can't make him a dad. I can't make him want to spend time with his child. I used to send him school pictures, report cards, stuff like that. Sometimes he responds, sometimes he didn't, sometimes he likes it, sometimes. So I realized, like, I just have to do my job as a mother. What is it that I'm going to do to make him better? Which is where now I talk about with, you know, Ike. He is just that dad that Chase, God knew what he did when he sent him. I mean, he's been a part of that kid's life since he was 10 months old, loves him unconditionally. And, you know, there's something obviously that he's doing that this one could never, I would never discredit what he's doing. But am I against him having a relationship with his biological father? No. Do I impose it? No. But what do you do when this person just doesn't want to? Clearly he doesn't want to, because he does everything else. We see him all over social media doing everything else. But you're not a good father to that child.
Can I ask you a
Nothing to do
question?
with me.
Just a little backstory to it. How was his father?
I have no idea. I've never really
Wow.
I've never really asked him about the relationship with his parents and how his dad was with him, but
You know why I'm asking this, right?
why?
Because it takes a very strong person to break something that they generationally inherited. For instance, my grandfather didn't raise my father. My father didn't raise me. I was the one that broke it. And it took so much in me to do it, and also having a mother that fought it. Most men would have gave up, but I fought because I didn't want to be like my dad. But the other day I was talking about genetics, right? And 50% of people that come from alcoholics become alcoholics. 70% of people who come from drug addicts, whether tobacco and up, become drug addicts. A lot of things that we inherit generationally that we don't even notice. And what he might feel like in his mind, the fact that he gives money, he might feel like he's a superior father to his father than his father. And I don't know his father's circumstance or what his father didn't have, but he needs to understand that it's bigger than just money. There are a lot of men that believe because they give money that they're great fathers, especially if their father didn't give it. So he's comparing himself to a bad father, but in reality, he's being a bad father, but he's not seeing it's beyond the money. I do know men that be like, I get bread every month. I'm like, but you never did. And they need to learn that that is more valuable, the time, than the economics. And I think culturally we overvalue money more than we actually value the time. And then we value the time is usually when we get older.
But you see, this is what I'm saying, people, you have to listen. So I see one of the comments that says, because you won't let him be a father. How do I do that? And me saying my son for 13 years, I'm used to just doing everything by myself without him. So it's not, I'm conditioned to really talking like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you knew who this person was, I could have been in a courthouse knocking on the door saying, I need more. And I probably would have gotten a lot more than I'm getting. But I took it and said, okay, I can't make this man be a father if he doesn't want to be. That's not my job. My job is to be a mother and do my part. He's a grown man. He's 10 years older than me. His job is to do his part. That's not on me.
I want to acknowledge something. Marvin Baldwin did say something that's true. He said, first she said my son, not our son. So she's showing dominance in parenting. Most women do believe they are the superior parent when it comes to parenting.
But
They
most women say that. My son, my daughter.
No,
it's
no,
not
but
really
I'm not saying
discredit the father.
I think that most women believe that they're the first option. And then I think that they think that the father is the secondary option. I'm being fair across the board. Most women, I deal with a lot of women. When they talk, they're the authority figure when it comes to the child. What they say comes first. And how they feel matters the most. A lot of the times, men don't have the rights that the mother feel like she has. You know what I'm saying? Like it's weird. If like one time I remember my son's mother was like, and where you gonna take him? I'm like, if I was man enough for you to lay down and have sex with me, and you gave me a whole child. Why you don't trust me being the father to your child? And I'm like, that sounds crazy. But I was man enough for you to get intimate with and lay there and go through a 9-month pregnancy, and now you questioning me as a father? When I don't have no stain or no smut on my name when it comes to parenting or children or weird stuff?
I think we make up more excuses we do for deadbeat dads than moms. I feel like
I don't think he's a deadbeat, though. I think he needs to step it up.
He's a deadbeat.
Okay.
I'm not saying he's a deadbeat because financially he's there. I'm not saying. I'm just saying we make more excuses for dads, fathers not being there. Because if a mother was to do that, she would be all sorts of everything. If a mother was the type of person that was just giving a paycheck every month, people would be like, oh my God, I can't believe her. Like, she's a bum, she's a deadbeat. She would get all sorts of smoke. But with dads, for some reason, we don't really hold them accountable because we know the mom's gonna be there. So do we feel like we're the superior parent? I feel like we're put in that position to be the superior parent. Every time a kid cries, who do they typically go to? Mommy. It's just in them, you know. It's not from you saying, listen, every time you're sick, come to me, come to me. Me and I could be sitting right here, and if one of our children come, they want something, they're naturally gonna come to me. We're sitting in the same space. Even if he's closer to the refrigerator and I'm all the way in another room. Mom, I'm hungry. Your dad, it's just a natural thing. It's not about
Because
me.
that's the natural.
But correct. So it's
that's
not
why
us
it puts
thinking we're
women
superior.
in
It's
that
just the
superior
role that
spot.
we've been in. You know, it's the role we've been in, conditioned to say, my son, my daughter.
I think what you're saying is true, but I do believe that when it comes to decision making, I do believe that a lot of women don't equate for the man's feelings. I
agree.
I think a lot of times, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a whole child that was moved out of the state without my permission.
I agree with
and
you.
I can go diabolical on her.
Yeah.
Diabolical. But there's a reason why I don't do it, and I'm gonna leave that between me and her.
Right.
But again, just remove my child 10 minutes before she moved out of the state.
That's different. That's
she told me.
rude. That's
totally
not
different.
okay.
No, but I'm just saying, these are the stories that a lot of men go through. They have to jump through hula hoops to be a parent. And a lot of times,
kids will be like, you go to the dad anyway, and what does the dad say? Go ask your mother.
Go ask your mother.
Go ask your mother.
Because
So
you know why?
Sometimes it's just,
because you know she's gonna have the final say. So she be like, go ahead, go ask your mother. So it can go one of two ways. It could be out of respect for her, or the fact that she's always gonna choose whatever she wants. So it can go one of both ways.
Right.
You know, I do know there are some women that make decisions. I remember one time I had a lady tell me about parenting, and I'm like, your first kid is 4, my kid is 23. I'm like, I think I've been a father way longer. And then on top of it, I never had help. I did it by myself.
Right.
So I'm like, I don't know about that. See, like, a lot of times women say they single mothers. I come from a single mother, but I was also a single father. So I know both sides of the coin. And I know what a deadbeat mother looks like. You know, and I understand both sides. So I do know I would take that woman giving money because then opposed to no money in no time. I understand you refer to time too, but it's like, damn,
Excuse
like,
me, guys.
you know, I just don't know.
What do you think? You said your grandfather didn't raise your dad, and you said your mom was a single mother. What do you think just brought on that in you when you became a parent, where you were just like, okay, we're not going to continue this? Like, you just needed to be there, raise your kid. And have you always been there? Was it something where, did the mom ever come in between that? Or was it from day one, you were there?
From day one, because I realized that off the rip, I wasn't a perfect dad. I was 17. So I'm just being honest. And I had to learn.
Right.
And the one thing about learning, you make a lot of mistakes.
Right.
But I was going to learn forward opposed to learn away.
Right.
But the thing is, I got a lot of obstacles. It wasn't just the courts, because it seems like most cases, and I'm going to say this on record, and I respect you for this too. Most cases, child support is always put in the relationship once there's a breakup. A woman looks at, if a child is involved, we're not together, child support. I'm like, damn, like, it's like,
I'm sorry.
You know?
Did you hear what that said?
What?
I'm sorry. I think he's the wrong guy to be on this panel with these women. He's afraid to go in. Going on what? We're having a discussion.
Listen,
This
it's
is
all
not
right.
it's no right or wrong. Like, you're in parenting, you know, what's there to go in on? He has his
No,
opinion. we have ours.
you want me to overstep their opinion, and I think that's where you go wrong. And you got to be careful when some people voicing their opinion. I'm just giving both sides of the spectrum. I do know that there's things that might not be surface level where you understand. For instance, I can go to some people and say, you can teach in finance. They're supposed to get it like this. No. Some people don't just get it like that.
Right.
Some people don't learn that easy.
Right.
Some people haven't even faced their own demons. Some people will bleed on their children if they had their children around them too much. I think became a better man with my dad not being around me. I think my dad is better being around me now than when I was younger.
Have you forgiven?
100%. That's my guy. That's my guy. But again, once you got to see and understand him, he could only hurt me because he was hurting.
Now, let me ask you this. I don't know if it's a little personal. You can tell me mind my business. When you say your dad wasn't there, was he completely absent or just not there? Completely absent.
I didn't know my dad till I was 30.
And how did that go when you finally, was it like you coming at him or were you already
I'm a God-fearing man. I'm a God-fearing man. And the one thing I do is I believe in forgiveness.
Okay.
And the one thing I was able to respect him and understand him is because I also had a kid young. So I understood it. And then I went through trials and errors. I don't know what my mother did or didn't do. I wasn't there. The one thing I'm not going to do is be the son that automatically takes my mother's side because she was there.
Right.
I know that some women can get very diabolical.
Right.
And I'm just being fair, so I don't know. But one thing I do know is how do you move forward? I'm a solution person. Right. I don't look for to continue to prolong an issue that's clearly there. But in order for me to show better, I have to do better. How do you do better? You don't hold a grudge against somebody when I'm expecting one day for God to forgive me.
Right.
You know, it says honor thy mother and thy father. So it didn't say because he was there and not there. It says honor him. So I do believe that he might have had his own issues that he didn't understand at that time. Trauma wasn't something that was spoken on when we were younger. You know, I don't know what his issues was. He could have been avoidance because of insecurities within himself. I don't know. There's a lot of issues that people can't even explain why they do certain things.
Right.
Especially when you're young and you're immature.
I think it took me a long time. I used to be so negative when he was younger, you know, when my son was a lot younger. But our son, sorry.
Your father was there when you was young?
My dad was in prison for a while. My dad went away for about 10 years of my life, but even in prison, my dad would call every day.
Your father
What's
was
your
yellow?
homework?
Well, my dad died when I was 13, but up until I was 13, he was there. You know, and then my mom remarried, so I always had my stepdad. So I've always had a dad in my life. You know, you say you need girls need fathers in their lives. So you know, I always had a dad in my life to kind of teach me. And I had examples of what a man is supposed to be like. So.
You know what one woman said to me the other day? And it took me to tell her the other day she didn't realize that she was so hard on the baby father because that's what she wanted her father to do. And she couldn't understand it.
Yeah.
And I seen it from both sides. I seen it from men who were very hard on the baby mother.
Yeah.
And because the mother wasn't good to them.
Right.
And I do see that women absorb certain energy from their fathers because he wasn't the man. She wanted the baby father to be the man. That's why some women hold grudges against these men. When they break up, they're angry because it's like, you know, I didn't want to be the same as my mother, baby mother. I didn't want that. So, and sometimes some women and some men still love their exes. They won't tell you that, but they still be in love with them. And I'm like, they won't admit it. Like, y'all still love my baby mother. Y'all still love my baby father. But again, it'd be deeper stuff. And until we learn to start being vulnerable and telling the truth, right? There's men that can't see their woman with another man, and they will never admit it. It's your whole baby father who can't see you with another man, and it bothers him, and he won't say it. He might be not man enough to be with you, but he's not man enough to see another man with you too. And I've seen those situations also. So I've seen women who can't get over the child's father because they always wanted to be a family. So I've seen both sides. You know, I don't make excuses, but one thing about perspective, it's the way someone else thinks. And that's what we have to learn is perspective is the way someone else thinks. We have to learn how other people think. And I'm like, I don't know what this person thinks. I know how I think, but I don't know how he thinks. I would like to sit down and understand why you think the way you think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that just comes with a lot what you said of forgiving and healing.
Yes.
Because, you know, we look at a lot of things as we get older. We look at a lot of things that our parents have done, and it starts to replay. But the older you get, you start to have what? Understanding.
Yes.
When you're younger, you don't understand patterns or trauma or things that your parents may have dealt with. They don't know how to be parents. They were learning. So raising children can be hard. It can be rough. See, I don't have children,
Thanks,
so I stay
April.
out of kids' conversations. When it comes with kids, I just mind my business and listen. But, you know, I do have parents. So, you know, parents do a lot of things. And the older we get, we learn to forgive them because we have a more understanding of life and just an understanding of circumstances and trauma and things like that. Like, you know, I'll share something with y'all. My mother was molested by her stepdad when she was coming up. So now I understand why my mother was so tight on us. My mother would not let us out of her sight. And when we used to want to go to sleepovers and things, and she was like, I need to speak to the parent. I need to talk to them. And I used to be like, oh, my God. Like, I used to have to lie for Shay, and we lying for each other just to get out. But now I understand why she was the way she was.
Yes.
Because she went through a trauma that she said will never happen to my kids.
Yes.
So we've never been abused. We've never been, my mother would die first before she allowed that to happen. But now, me being an adult woman at my big age, I understand why she was the way she was. So you have understanding, and I forgive her.
Yes.
For
What
whatever.
Q said with his dad, right? I think for me, maybe it's just something I have to work on, guys, and maybe I'll get there. Why it's hard for me to have understanding with this person is because of the position they're in and the ability that they have to be better, but you just don't want to be.
Or pretend to be better.
When you don't have the means and the resources, and you have some guys out here that they may have their last little $20 to their name. They'll pick their kid up. They'll go for what they'll do the little that they can do. And I respect and appreciate that more. I will give back that $650 for you to just be there, because my son is so amazing in so many ways that it's like you're missing out on just these, and he has so many of his qualities. So it's kind of like, the last time you saw him was like a couple years ago. You can't justify that to me. You're all over the place. You're performing, it's not about the money. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. It's about just being there. And when you have the ability to be there and the means to be there and you're just not there, it's hard for me to be understanding to that, because I'm watching you do so much with others, except for your own child. You can't justify to me how someone is just not a good parent, not in this day and age. Like, you just can't. So for me, maybe I need to work on it. Maybe I'm being a little bitter, but I'm sorry. I'm, sorry, not sorry. When it comes to my child, I can't help it.
I agree. But you see this bright light right now, right? When the lights and the cameras are on, people show the world what they want the world to see. But when they go in that room when them lights is dark, they really become who they truly are. And a lot of times we hide those people from the world. And so, like, for instance, you saw what the man said a minute ago about me not talking to you the way he wants me to talk to y'all. He might be a guy that might be extra hyper aggressive.
Right.
I'm a man that has logic and understanding. In order to understand, you have to be able to hear. And able to be able to even, some people can't. And they just can't hear. And I'm like, in order to have logic, you have to be able to assess situations. And good leaders are good at taking good advice and hearing other people's opinion.
I'm not laughing at you, Q.
I know you're laughing at.
Because me and Tashay always have this argument. She says that I'm a man. She said I'm born in the wrong body, because I always say that men think with logic,
yes,
and we need to think like them, and women think with emotion, and that's why we're always all over the place. So it's like a full circle moment. Men think with logic.
Yes,
so women, if y'all are listening to me, listen to me and listen to me good. Start thinking with logic like men think. Get out of your emotions. Take your emotions out of the equation. Stop,
Yes.
I feel. No.
Yes.
Say, I think.
Yes.
And go to your brain. You are always going to make the most logical decision. So you think before you speak. You think before you act.
Yes.
That's just a little gem.
But what you said is a fact, because when you sit down and listen to, like, I do a lot of one-on-ones with men and women. And when you talk to them, everything is about how they feel. And I'm like, the world is in a bad space, because your feelings are subject to change.
Yes.
And when your feelings are subject to change and there's no logic, then logic is the best overall answer. And one thing I've learned is I'm not going to make people who I want them to be. If they can't see they're not being, like, for instance, there were times I wanted my son's mother to be there for him. I remember graduations. And I would leave the invitation and I would pay for the Uber and have her come to the graduation, and she never show up. And I didn't get upset, because I realized that woman was fighting demons herself. And it took me a while to understand that what I may want from somebody they don't want it for themselves. And a lot of times people avoid their reality. Why do you think drugs are one of the number one coping mechanisms when it comes to life? Right. Because they're escaping their harsh truth. Right. And as long as they can keep people around them that tell them what they want to hear, this is how people survive every day.
Right.
Some people just can't hear truth, because logic it disrupts their spirit. So they'd rather hear the lies.
I agree with Sincere. You know, men and women are just different biological, our makeup. So it's
100%.
hard for us. Women are just emotional creatures to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like everything
Yes.
for us, that's why there's compassion, you know, and forgiveness and all of that because of women. Like
Right.
if you left it up to a man, this can't be a man's world, guys. So I'm just sidebar agreeing with him that just everything about us is different. We are emotional. Do I think that we can think logically when we need to? Yeah. But I feel like all that goes out the window when our heart is into something. Now it's kind of like,
Yes.
you do go by your feeling
Yes.
and not by your thoughts.
Yes.
It's the way I feel. And
Yes.
it's not always right. It's not always right. But I just think that most women, we can't help ourselves. Like it's just what it is. And I don't think that's ever going to change.
I do believe that a lot of people have that storybook life, where they have that mentality where it has to in line with their story. And I'm like, a lot of times you don't get the story, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But you get to write your story. But you don't get the story that you've created in your mind. I think a lot of people are delusional when it comes to reality. And when I sit down and talk to a lot of people, whether male or female, I see that a lot of people are very delusional. Like you see me on this podcast with very aggressive women. You never see me get aggressive with them. Because again, it's not that personal. It's a conversation. And when we're talking in general, I have to be able to see both sides of the coin.
And a lot of things is opinion based. You can't, how can you get her story is her story, your story is yours, my story is my
100%.
story. You can't go in when someone's telling you their story. That's their life that they're
100%,
living.
100%.
What is it that you could possibly say to me to change? Like you said, when the cameras are on, when we leave, whatever Q says could be in or out the window because I got to go back to that life. Like
Yes.
this is like real shit, guys.
Agreed.
You know, but
As a mother, I know as a nurturer, you want the best for your child, so I get it.
of course.
And the one thing is, I would say personally, my number one suggestion for him would be, I think you need therapy. I think the other day, I'm gonna be honest with you, Christmas just passed, right? One of my good friends, I paid for 5 sessions of therapy for him. And they say you love people and you want to do what's best for people, then you have to understand what is the issue with certain people. This person can't see themselves. In order for them to see themselves, they need someone to help them see themselves. So therefore I say, you know what, your first 5 sessions are on me because I realize that you have issues that mentally the world can't show you. A professional needs to show you. There's some people that's beyond your pay grade. They need real help. And that's just what I saw.
I don't know if any of you guys have ever done therapy, but I feel like for me, therapy has been just one of the best things, you know, especially with coping, somebody helping somebody. There's something about someone that just doesn't know you. It's a clean slate and you get to tell your story. You could tell the truth or you could tell a lie.
Okay.
I'm going to go off of what you're telling me, right? But I feel like therapy I recommend it to everybody. I told Myra, I tell all my friends, I told Ike, like, listen, it's something, because one of the biggest things with Ike and I, he would say is like, you know, I feel like I can't talk to you. I feel like I can't express myself. And I'm realizing with myself lately that I do shut him down a lot when he goes to say something because I'm already mad. And my way of I don't even want to hear you. I done said everything I needed to say, but I don't want to hear anything you have to say. And that's a problem with me that I've realized in myself. It's like, I want to have that final say. I want you to say anything else. I want to be mad. I want to be in my mad. And I don't want you to either make me madder or better. I want to be
You're in
right
your
in
feelings.
this space right now. I'm in my feelings, you know, and it's not good. And therapy has helped me to realize that that's something that I need to work on. Like, you know, communication is key, and communication is not just you. It's a conversation between two people.
Yes.
So it's something I recommend because it pointed out some of my own flaws that I just did not want to see. It's not that I didn't know they were there, but when you're used to being how you are, you don't feel like you're wrong. You feel like, you know what? This is who I am, love it or leave it. But again, someone who doesn't know you telling you like, do you think that's something you could work on though? Do you think you could, you know what I mean? You kind of now have to look in the mirror and say, oh shit,
Yeah.
I think I got some things I need to work on myself before I'm pointing out, you know, someone else's flaws.
I'm definitely getting
I'm all about
therapy
therapy,
this
guys.
year.
Yeah, I've done
I'm
it.
going.
Yeah.
Finally.
But I will say this though, women disguise depression as anger.
That's true.
Men disguise depression with smiles.
With
With
what?
what? Smiles. Yeah.
Anytime you see a depressed man, when they go out into the real world, they
You
look
always
extremely
smiling
happy.
like the Joker?
They look happy.
Not the Joker.
No, it's proven that when it comes to, I don't want to say the term because I don't want them to shut us down. When a person offs itself, unalive itself, a man, most people never seen it coming.
Right.
Never seen it coming. because depression with us is a form of weakness. Vulnerability is a form of weakness. So I don't know. There are a lot of men, and I'm gonna say this like wholeheartedly. I think a lot of men need that love and affection because pursuing becoming a man, a woman could wake up tomorrow with nothing and still be looked at as a woman. A man could wake up with nothing and not be looked at as a man. So I think the world needs to start being a little more empathetic when it comes to understanding that with arriving and becoming, it's not an easy process. So I think a lot of women, they so hard on men, and I'm like, you're only hard on men because you're not hard on women with the same requirements. If a lot of women had to have the same requirements of what a man has to be to consider an adult, a lot of women would be considered little girls because they don't meet those requirements. But yet and still, the man, he's held at this hard standard, and I'm like, he has to have this, he has to do this, he has to do this, he has to do this, and I'm like, damn.
So you don't think men require anything from a woman?
I think we
Nothing at
do
all?
require it, and I told you it's called respect.
That's all.
That's the number one major factor.
Okay, but what else? What else is it that you feel like, and for you guys that are in the chat, and
But
you guys,
respect goes
what do
always.
you think
She's not
that-
giving it away. She respects herself. She's the way she speaks to me. She respects me. She's following my lead. She respects me. I can trust her. She respects me. Respect is so universal with us. We value respect over love. Over love. Like, I'll take respect any day over love. To me, love is fake. It's been mythically taught to us what it is. It's not real. I've dated for 18 and a half years with one relationship. And I'm telling you, I've been in and out of love with this person 1,000 times. But in my mind, I thought the movie was real. You wake up and there's butterflies in the sky. Cat. There's days I couldn't stand her. There's days I wanted to fight her.
But that didn't mean you didn't love her.
I didn't love her. There was times I fell in and out of love.
Yeah, love is
Roller coaster.
You know, it's that. Yeah, it's
But
not a straight.
respect is where it's at. Respect means more. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I sat down 1,000 times and I had to realize that love is not real. We were taught wrong what love is. There are people that think a movie is real. They only see the day of the wedding in the movie, but they don't see after the wedding. The reality. There's a movie called The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston and Ben Stiller. Not Ben Stiller, with Vince Vaughn.
Someone says a husband seeks a wife who provides emotional support, compassion, companionship, and tranquility.
Those are all easy
Respect
requirements.
over love any day. The way she
telling you.
speaks to me. Okay.
That's how men care. Men don't, we don't put the same requirements on y'all that y'all put on us. I'm gonna be fair and honest. The standards that most women put on men is diabolical. They're really looking for a dad in most cases. I'm just being honest. If a man is asking you to give, I need you to do this, protect it, he's looking for a mom. But most men, they're not looking for a mom. They're looking for a partner. They're looking for someone that's gonna respect them. And someone that's gonna pour into the man that he is. Because getting up every day, you have to put on your shield, your sword, and your armor every single day to go fight the world. Every single day, you're challenged as a man. You have to control your anger, especially when you have the ability to hurt somebody. You have to look at the bigger picture. I gotta get home to my family. I gotta get home to my family. A lot of times men aren't loved unconditionally to the point where he wants to do that. When a woman pours into a man, you'll be surprised at what he can become. A woman can literally pour into the king of that man. I've seen men change when they got the right woman. And I've seen men fail when they get the wrong woman. A woman has that gift. And I'm just gonna be honest. I don't think a man can change a woman, but I definitely think a woman can change a man.
Even though we're not dependent on each other for each other's happiness, like you said, but it seems to me, Q, like I feel like
You have
talk a
that
lot
nurturing
about
gift. You
what
have it.
we need to do for y'all. But I'm saying, what do you feel like you're
Because
giving
you're speaking
us?
from a woman's
woman needs to do this, a woman needs to do that.
Because you're talking from a woman's
But
perspective.
what do you feel like are some of the challenges that we face as a woman that may not have us reciprocate some of the things that you want? Because a woman is not just going to start disrespecting you. I don't see that. I've never seen that. I've never seen my grandmother do it. I've never seen my mom do it. Women don't just get up when you have a man who's protective, who's providing, who's doing all the things that you say a man should do, and she just treats him like shit, and all of a sudden she's disrespecting him. So
50-50.
that part of it, I feel like with women,
50-50.
there's a reason behind when a woman changes. A woman, again, will give you her all. She stays after so much. Women stay after cheating. Sometimes I know women that walked in and saw their men and still stayed with them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't think a man could handle that. So I feel like we tolerate a lot. But there comes a point sometimes where I said, you gotta be like, you know what?
But you know why y'all really.
I'm not talking about me, guys. I'm just
No,
talking in
but you
general.
know why most women don't think that they do anything wrong? Because men don't complain a lot. I'm being honest and fair. If we complain as much as y'all complain, the relationship wouldn't work. It's proven that relationships will last longer because men don't complain as much as y'all. I'm being honest. I pick and choose my battles extremely. It has to be something that's so irritable to me to the point where I can't take it.
Yeah, because nothing bothers y'all. There are things that irritate us. We got to let you know.
But that means y'all complain too much.
It's not really a complaint. It's just wanting you to acknowledge, like, hey, Q, can you please stop leaving that there? If every day it's there, I'm going to say something.
So if I come in the house and I'm like, yo, can y'all stop running the lights all day? Can y'all stop doing this? Can y'all stop doing that? But we don't do that. You just tolerate it. The bill went up an extra $60. You know what? You figure out how to pay it. You see what I'm saying? Like, men, when we complain, it's really meaningful to us. Men are not really complainers. When a man is a complainer, I hate to say that, he is very feminine. He is very feminine. Anytime all I gotta do is, oh my God, he's very feminine. I'm like, chances are your dad wasn't around. Because there's no way you should be complaining about the smallest things. Once you go to a third world country, you realize that first world problems are not that serious. Are not that serious. The things that people complain about here are so minuscule because they're such narcissistic people that they make whatever they got going on more important than everybody else. Like, I don't complain much. I complain when something is really bothering me. When I'm like, yo, this is really bothering me. And this could be something, 9 out of 10 times if I complain about something, it could be a deal breaker for me. Otherwise, I'm not complaining because it's not that serious. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm just being fair.
What do you think, Myra? What do you have to add to that?
I'm just sitting here listening, enjoying my wine.
What do you think? Men or women complain more?
I don't think it's complain, though. Stop saying complain.
Myra, that's why I love my. She keep it 100. It is complain.
It's not a complaint.
Complain
Sometimes
more.
when you're irritated by something, you gotta
Just
point
do it.
out.
We do complain.
Because
Because I complain. I'm a woman. And I have a husband, and I really hear him complain.
Like, oh
I really hear him like, oh, I gotta go to work, and I gotta. But me, I just be in the house complaining to myself, just out loud, just all the things that I have to do, just talking to myself, just crashing out.
Yes.
So I have to say, women, we do complain more.
You know how hard it is? Let's say a holiday, to be in your house. And for my men that do this, to be in your house. And my women that do it, I respect you too. Imagine being in your house. It's a holiday. You getting up, going to work, and leaving your whole family in the house because the bill still got to pay. Imagine if it's your birthday and you get up and still go to work because the bill still got to pay. This is what real men, the sacrifices we do for our family. And a lot of times we don't, I'll be honest with you, men, in most cases, their love language is words of affirmation. It's that simple.
Love Doctor made sense. How you present it is the difference between asking and complaining. Right. I don't feel like it's like everything is a
You
complaint.
a complainer.
Sometimes you
You
might
a complainer. I'm
no,
telling
I don't think I
you
complain.
are.
I think sometimes if something is bothering me, I'm going to say
Everything
something.
bother you?
No, I think if something is bothering me, I'm going to say it. I don't necessarily feel
Everything
like
bother her.
it's a complaint.
She's a complainer?
That's
Blow up,
not
Myra.
true.
Blow up, Myra.
I'm a complainer. That's not
She a
true.
complainer? Okay, hold on.
Because I do stuff.
No comment.
Stuff by
Bleed the
myself.
fifth means
Now, see,
facts.
that's not fair.
Speaks for herself.
Because I do things to complain. I feel like it's just nagging and this. I think I do majority of stuff that I would even get mad about. I'll do it by myself. I just don't like to constantly have
Somebody
to
just said it.
ask
She
you.
complains all the time. You can tell.
That's fine.
I can tell too.
I don't think it's a complaint though. I think it's if something
To you, it's not.
just like things
But
a
what he
certain
said
way, I
was,
guess.
what I think you understand is the way you present it.
Right.
what I'm
He
saying?
said it's a difference between asking and complaining. So
But I can
may
see you like, oh my
present
God, you can't even
something-
wash the dishes?
No.
I can see you doing that.
No.
Hell yeah.
No, I don't be like, oh my God, you can't.
Let's do a poll.
If
Tyler, you can see her doing it?
if-
Dre, you can see her doing it? That's 2. Kinsey, you can
We
see her
said
doing it?
most women
3.
do, of course. You're gonna tell me Myra comes in her house and there's dishes. A woman is not gonna say, "Come on, bro." Like if I wasn't here, like you couldn't have just washed these up. I don't think that's complaining. Why you didn't wash the dishes?
Huff and puff of, this, that. It's like, bro, you know I gotta get done. It is what it is.
What is that question, Q? How C was what?
How was your previous relationships? Miss Carter 145 wants to know how was your previous
My
relationship?
previous relationships was long. My last relationship was very, very, very long. I did 18 and a half years with one woman. And we were married and got a divorce. Because we grew in different directions as we got older, I started setting boundaries. So did she. And when we set boundaries, it was
Things change.
different. And, like a lot of times when you're younger, you're very tolerable. I do believe that a lot of times men, and I'm going to say this, real men I'm talking about, they're very passive with certain things. and then later on they come back and bite them in the behind. I'm just being fair. Like I see some girls, they walk in the room, they be like, oh my God. I'm like, yo, why do your girl act like that in public? Like, yo, that's crazy. I'll never see men, if a man go around your family, I've never seen a man show that he don't want to be around your family. But I definitely see girls, oh my God, I'm like, yo, that's so embarrassing. That's
Girls
so
say they don't
embarrassing.
wanna be around your
She'll
family.
go around and make the energy in a room show that she don't want to be there. And I'm like, this is so embarrassing. As a big rusty woman, you need to control yourself.
Not rusty.
Rusty, that's a rusty girl. Because a man a grown-up shouldn't act like that.
I agree.
If I don't like your sister, when your sister come around, she's not gonna know I don't like her. But as soon as
just
she
not
leaves,
gonna come
as soon as I
around.
close the door, whoa, thank God she left.
Right.
But I'm not gonna make you feel uncomfortable because that's your sister.
Right.
But women, they need to learn how to, when in a relationship, it's about compromising. If I know I'm dating you and you have a sibling that doesn't have anywhere to live, I'm not gonna say, damn, he ain't coming to live with us.
Right.
Because now I'm putting you in an uncomfortable situation. If I'm your mate, I'm gonna compromise. You know what? He can come stay here, but make sure that he's saving his money so he can eventually go his way and do what he gotta do. And if you're gonna be here, you better add value here. That's how real people, when they love each other, that's how they operate. Right. I think love is the ultimate compromise. It's selfless. It's all about the other person. If two people are about each other, nobody's getting left or neglected. They're both being both catered to.
I agree.
I think when two people are in a relationship and they both are selfless, they help. That's the truest definition of love. I don't think you can get no more transparent with love than that.
Right.
Do you feel like
ask that
though? Do you feel like sometimes what y'all laughing at?
Don't answer it. Keep going.
No, and anyway,
We'll tell you later.
Do it later.
It ain't about you. It ain't about you.
It's
not about you.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
saying about me, but you see how you said
It's about him.
a woman will act uncomfortable around, the guy's family. Do you feel like sometimes that is though with the man's side of the family, for the most part, you'll have that mother making her feel uncomfortable or that sister making her feel uncomfortable. So then she comes around. See, me, I don't like to feel uncomfortable, so I don't want to be there. I'd rather say, listen, you go, and I don't want to be there because whether they said something or they giving you a look, usually with a guy, you come around, my mother ain't gonna say no. What's she gonna say? Even if I go complain to my mother, yo, cute, she ain't gonna say no. I don't think the woman's family, I feel like my dad, my mom, they don't want to be a part of that. But I feel like with women, sometimes with y'all side of people, your mother already feel a certain way, your sister already feel a certain way. So when she come around, it's already, you be like, hey girl, hey. The energy is already off. So,
it's so
like
crazy. I ain't gonna be on here telling a lot of my business, but what Shay is saying, I experienced that from my husband's side of the family. I'm always so nice and inviting, and they just don't like me.
See, it
They
happens.
don't like me, y'all. I've never did anything to these people. I come, I bring Christmas gifts. I'm so nice. I'll come into the room. I light up the room. I'm loving. I'm kind. But they don't like me. So you know what I do? I don't go around.
You know what I would say though? Like me personally, I had a ex-relationship where one of her family members didn't like me. But what it was a misunderstanding. So sometimes people don't like each other because of something that somebody said when you wasn't there. It's something that person could have told them about you. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you can't unhear what you've heard. So like for instance, one day I called the guy, I said, yo, let me talk to you. One-on-one. He was like, for what? And I'm like, yo, bro, let's go talk like men. When I said that like men, his ego kicked in, so he had to walk now. So we go for a whole long walk, 10-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute walk. And while we're talking, he's telling me things. So the issue was created by the person that went to this person in a moment of vulnerability. She probably was upset one day and said some things with no intention on leaving me. But she said some things playing the victim. A lot of times when people tell their friends and family things, they tell it as a victim. And the thing is, when he started explaining to me the things that she said, I started laughing. So in his heart of hearts, he thought that I was the bad person. And he had this preconceived notion based on protecting his cousin. Then when we talked, he realized that. I said, yo, your cousin be lying a lot. She be exaggerating. And then the situation changed, but I had to go address it because I said I don't want an elephant to stay in the room. So I didn't know why he was acting like that. Somebody said, Tyler said, should you leave your family and friends out of your relationship? What do you think?
Yes.
Gotta go and why you say
Keep
that.
your family and friends out of your relationship.
It's always
Whatever
gonna be
goes
one-sided.
on in your home goes on in your home. If your man is in there calling you a bullheaded hoe, don't go and tell your cousin, because now when you go tell your cousin, she gonna be mad when y'all get back together. Keep people out your business, family and friends, coworkers included. What goes on in your home goes on in your home. How are you doing? We're great. Everything's fine. We're peachy. And when I guess when you're ready to leave or whatever, that's when you can start, disclosing what's going on. But if you're gonna stay with that man, you're gonna stay with that woman, you keep all of your business in house. Keep family and friends out of your business at all times. Period.
What do you think about that?
I agree. Yeah.
Guys-
It's just gonna be one-sided. If I go to my mom
It's gonna be
and tell
one-sided.
her something,
Yes.
automatically you're gonna tell it from the
Yes.
victim part. Most people are not gonna go and say, I said this, I did this. It's gonna be, girl, can you believe what he did? Can you believe what he
Right.
said? So naturally, yeah, they're gonna side with you. So
Right.
keep them
I
out of
agree.
it. So
Thank you.
And then when you get back with that man,
You had a
you
conversation.
look crazy.
Yes.
Because you done went and disclosed
Yes.
everything he was calling you, everything he did, how you cheated on you, and now you're back with him. So now who really looks crazy?
You.
Or him?
You.
You. Because if you keep your mouth closed, nobody will never know anything.
But they gonna always have a grudge against this person now. And they gotta walk around on
Always
eggshells.
side-eyeing that
That's
person.
why though.
Always looking at
it's
them
always
crazy.
somebody said something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Unless you had a problem when y'all was children. If y'all never had a problem and they have a problem with you, somebody said something.
Yes.
Somebody said something.
Yeah,
whether
someone
male or
just said
female.
in a comment, if your in-laws have an issue with you, it's probably coming from in your house. Maybe.
100%. I
Maybe
agree.
something that my husband said to them to where they're looking at me away, but I don't think that that's the case in my case. But I digress. But anyway, moving on.
Listen, when we get older, we realize the price of love is expensive. When
It
you
is.
in today's requirements.
I agree. Most people need
expensive
validation,
sometimes.
so they share their side of the story. I think sometimes you're just talking. Like, something happened, especially with females. Again, I can't speak for men. I don't know if men are going to their boys like, yo, guess what happened? But with
Nah.
females, sometimes you just happen to, girl, you can, especially if it's abuse or cheating or something, you can't wait to call your girlfriend to tell her because, I done been in a situation with my girlfriend where I done had to go slash tires, I done climbed through windows, I done do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? And I need somebody with me for that. Like,
Yeah.
who's coming with me?
Who's
Not my
coming?
dog, so someone's coming. Allegedly.
coming?
I'm gonna
This
be
is all
honest,
alleged.
and this is God honest truth. Most women will go to anyone.
Uzi said, I love the group
That
and what
wants to
you
hear
all
them.
are bringing to the people.
Let me say this again, though. Do you agree with this? Most women will go to anyone that wants to hear them, and definitely women will choose wisely who they tell it to.
I disagree.
Let me hold on. Take away you. Hold on. Finish.
Finish.
Most women will go to a person or a woman that's willing to listen to them, and in most cases, tell them what they want to hear. Most men, when they tell their personal relationship about a business, is one or two things. Either A, he's about ready to leave, or B, he's gonna find somebody that he completely relates to that has a very, very similar situation to him before he starts telling his business. Men, if a man is telling about you, he's either over you or he feels that there's a relatability factor. Like he feels like we're in similar situations. Men don't look for the most random dude and tell his personal life to.
That's why
More
I said
women
I
do that.
disagree with that. I disagree with him wholeheartedly.
He tells
as a
his business?
woman, no.
Oh,
But I'm
that's-
saying
oof.
as a woman, I'm not running to the first person that's gonna
No,
listen.
you don't think most women do that though?
Not to the first person.
No,
Women
not the
talk
first.
a lot. Don't
Whoever
get
they
me
think
wrong,
gonna tell them what they
women
want to hear.
overshare.
Yes.
We do
No.
overshare. We do talk too much, and we run our mouth too much. I agree with
100%.
that. But I guess it is case by case. But if I'm going through something, or I'm not running to the first person that I can find to tell my business.
Agreed.
I'm running
Agreed.
to someone I can trust. I'm running to a safe space. I'm running to Shay to be like, yo, can I talk to you? Whatever, because I know it's safe. That's why I be telling Shay I struggle with therapy. I want therapy so bad, but I struggle with therapy because I'm such an enclosed person that I don't want to disclose my deep, dark secrets to this person. Even though they're a professional, I still don't trust them. So I feel like it is case by case. Do I feel like women do run to the first
OD.
person who want to listen? Yes, but
And that's gonna tell them the truth, what they
Men-
want to hear.
yeah,
That's
I
gonna tell
feel
them what they
like
want to
men
hear.
Keep things a little
Hands
more
down.
protected.
If I start telling, I always say to any woman I'm ever with, I'm like, you ever start hearing things about you, no, I'm getting over you.
Over it, right?
I'm getting over you.
Right,
Because
I
I,
agree
don't
with that.
tell it. I said, that's why you look like a saint to a lot of people that we date. Because we don't tend to tell
But
stuff.
a good woman, though, a good friend, like, the first thing that Myra will say when she calls me is, I know you about to tell me. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. And she's not going to lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we don't do
No,
though.
me and
We
Shay
don't
have
do
a
that.
very
No, let's take away both of y'all. Let's take away y'all too.
relationship.
Y'all don't think that's most girls?
I can't
Yeah,
listen. I could talk
of
about
course.
us.
No,
I
but you don't
prefer-
think that's most women though?
Yeah.
I mean, depends on what it is.
What?
That's a feeling. Like, girl, let me tell you
Yo,
what he did.
y'all know
Like,
she
of
capping
course.
right now, Lies.
Yeah, depends
She's
on what it is.
capping.
Wait,
That's
what's the
everything.
Shit.
If it's a man and a woman in the bed,
Right.
and there's a relationship between a man and a woman, men know more about the girl's best friends and friends than the man knows about hers.
Listen, if we
I'm
lay
being
in bed
honest, they
together
tell us
and your
everything.
issues whack, I'm calling everybody.
And you wanna
We
know
in a
what's
group
worse?
chat.
Not
We
only
in a
that-
group chat tomorrow.
not
and
only
I'm
that-
letting everybody know, girl, this
Yes.
man had the nerve to
Yes.
build himself up, and we was in the bed. That shit was wittity that.
Kinsey,
I'm telling on you.
look, every man in a
telling on
relationship,
you.
we
I'm
know
telling
everything
on
about
you.
our girlfriends' co-workers. We know everything about their mothers, their fathers. We know everything. I'm like, you telling me stuff I don't want to know. I don't even want to know. And the crazy
we
part
been
is,
chit-chattering.
I'll
We
learn.
talking.
I'll learn your weakness, right? I'll learn. Let's say hypothetically, your dad is a weak spot for you, right? I'll learn that about you.
Right.
And in anger, I will never bring that up because I know this is like a real scab for you.
Right.
But a woman will learn that. Oh my! Wow!
Daddy wasn't even
Wow!
That's why
That's
your
not
daddy ain't
most
love
women.
you.
That's what I'm saying,
But
like-
that's mean.
No,
But
That's not most women.
That's cat.
But you know
I
what?
beg to
That
differ.
goes back to hurt people.
Yeah, grown
That
ass
goes
women
back
ain't
to
doing
that.
that.
No, but you can't get physical with
woman's
me.
not going to do that. I'm not. My husband could never say something. I'd be like, you know what? That's why your daddy used to beat your mother. I would never say
that's
that
awful.
to him because
That's
that's
awful.
Okay, so let's do this. Shay-
Ugly.
Okay, Shay, Myra, let's take away y'all two and just be neutral people. You don't think that most women do that?
But you can't
Yes.
say that.
Hold on,
You're
hold on,
talking
hold on.
about
You don't think most women do that?
that's not true.
Yes.
You don't think? Come on, is it
They
true?
do.
Most women are gonna use
Yes.
this against you. That's why
Yes.
your mama used to
Most
this.
Yes.
women, when they get angry
Is it
with their
true?
man, they're gonna go to their
Are you
deepest
blind?
rooted hurt.
beg her, get her
and
some
they're
glasses, okay?
Going to use it
That's not
against
fair
She
to
can't
say
see.
most women
I
do
They
see
that.
do.
They
That's
do.
not fair to say most women do that.
Most
A lot
men
of
are
women do
scared to be
that.
vulnerable in a relationship because it get used against them. I'm being honest. That's why I don't need. I wouldn't even want to tell my mama certain things. I don't want to tell no woman because it's like, you know, I would rather go one of the homies that are real close and I trust them.
See,
You know
thank
what I'm
you.
saying?
I think it's a certain type of woman that does
No,
that.
I think that's
believe it's
cat.
all- How am I in the
And
number for what?
I bet you if
I
you
don't
go-
believe
Type of woman,
all
though. We're not-
women.
'cause like we said, we
most
talking about
women
me
do
and
that.
Shay.
I don't believe most
but
women
not-
are going to do that.
I think that's the
What
cat.
type of woman are you with?
No,
What
because
type
I
have
think
you been with?
it's not
What are
about
you with. Have you been with?
You've
Because
been
you're
around.
saying most women.
You around? I'm just saying, when a woman can't physically beat you, she learns how to verbally hurt you. And I'm just
I
gonna
do
be honest
agree
with
with
you.
that.
When
I
most
agree
women
with
can't
that.
physically beat you, they learn how to verbally hurt you. And verbally is, in most cases, the men most men, their first form of verbal abuse comes from their mother, and they become tolerable or intolerable. They can't take it to the point where it's like I get very mad if a woman yell because of the fact that my mother yells so much. So for me, it's a trigger. So I'm not going for it. All right, I'd rather dump you. But again, you got to learn how to talk to me. You say you like soft-spoken women because I dealt with a mother that yelled a lot. So I like very soft-spoken because it doesn't can't cohabitate with me. I don't feel comfortable with it. If you can't tell me with respect or you can't talk with some level of respect, I wouldn't want to be with you. So, but again, most women, they learn your weaknesses and they exploit you in anger because they're frustrated and mad. Most women do not hold water. When they learn things about their best friends and they tell you, it says that they're gonna tell anything when they get upset too. They don't like to, they can't hold water.
I agree with that.
They tell everything.
I do agree.
I mean,
with that.
nonstop, like, I don't care.
I think
I don't
when
care
women
that
get mad,
Tasha
they let it
twerked
go.
on the Empire State, but I don't care. I don't care.
That is diabolical.
But again, that's the culture. And I don't knock it. That's just how women are. They talk a lot. And we learn and we just like, yo, that's what you want to talk about. And we act like we can. Word? Myra, that's crazy. We don't be caring.
We have to.
We don't care. I don't care that your coworker can't wash dishes. I don't care. Like, I'm being honest.
The dumbest stuff.
I don't care.
But y'all listen.
Because that's what they say. A shoulder to cry on becomes a penis for ride on. So I'd rather I'd rather be the shoulder for you to cry on than you go get some ex shoulder. I'd rather you tell me how you feel and vent to me than vent to somebody else. Because the other man you venting to is waiting for his opportunity to get some. So I'd rather you just talk your talk.
So that segues me into my next question. That's crazy you said that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that women can have male friends?
And now you want me to be honest.
Yes. A platonic, bona fide male friend.
Nope.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think. Listen, this is me being fair.
Be fair.
I think that women can honestly see a man as a friend.
Yes.
I think most men, when dealing with women, they pretend to be friends and they're waiting for an opportunity to get some.
Agreed.
I'm being honest. I think most men
I agree with that.
definitely are lurking. He might not have the balls to say it, but if you give him the opportunity,
Waiting for that opportunity, yeah.
and want to clap cheeks.
Unless he's gay, he's not really a friend, no.
I'm just being honest. There are women that can see a man genuinely as a friend. She's not attracted to him. She don't see him as a nothing more than that. There is true. But that man that you might not be attracted to, he like that little fly. You know how they rub their little hands together? He waiting.
Waiting for the first argument.
He waiting. You know, there's a video that's viral right now where they had a girl call her best friend and be like, you know what, I've been, you know what, I just want to do this, just get this over with. He be like, word, he coming.
It's coming.
I think that's most men.
They had a thing the other day where it was, I don't know what the show was, and it was a guy and a woman, and they were talking about the same thing. And she was like, no, I have a guy friend that's just my friend. And he was like, he's not just your friend. And she was like, call him right now.
Yes.
Call him right now. So she called him, and she's like, hey, Q, what are you doing? He was like, go on. He was like, say something like, yo, I want to go on a date with you.
Yes.
She's like, he's gonna know I'm bullshit, whatever. He's like, tell him you want to go on a date. So she was like, oh, what you doing? I want to see if we go on a date. So he like, what you mean a date? She was like, a date? Like, you got feelings for me type?
Saw that one.
And she was like, yeah, I want to go on a date. He was like, okay.
Okay.
And he was ready. And that was her friend for over 10 years that she swore up and
Men
down
lurk.
would never.
Ben wanted it.
They lurk
Now,
around.
Ben
on
wanted
the
it.
flip side, do you have female friends?
Yes.
Are you waiting
Are you
for the
lurking?
opportunity?
Let me say this right.
Lurker?
I want to say this right. I have female friends. There's one female friend that is so deep rooted that I don't see her as like sexually.
Okay.
But we have so much history. Like it's different. It's not like somebody I met. It's someone I already knew. It's just deep. Like she's like a sister to me. And like she's been there through everything for me. So that's a more of a rare case.
Okay, yes.
I wouldn't say that all my friends as females, if I was single and she threw it out there, nigga might have caught it once. He might have said, oh, I'm just being honest, especially on a drunk night. He might. I'm just being fair and honest. But there's like really like one or two women that I just don't see that way that I really, 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 really look at as sisters. Like nothing more. Like she could walk around naked. I'm like, yo, go put on some clothes, man. I'm telling you. You know who I'm talking about. Dre, you know who I'm talking about. You think I see her that way? Like to the point even my woman won't even see her that way. She could spend a night here and all that.
But then that's like
Nothing.
Tamira's point then. So men and women can be friends.
can
So it's
you
not,
can have a platonic
It's
friend.
rare. It's very rare. It's
it
very,
depends
very
on the
rare.
male, you said,
I
Tyler?
think it depends on the male because you could be a male who attracts women and you can have beautiful women friends and not want to. For instance, I have beautiful women friends and I don't want to.
That you don't look
Wrong.
at them at all in that
Cat.
way.
If he got the opportunity, no strings attached, he'll kill. I'm just being honest. When you say no strings attached, no drunk
Kill is
nights,
crazy.
I don't even look her way, that's real. But if you get the opportunity, a late night, no strings attached, she's never gonna call you again, she's not gonna act no different from this moment, you taking it down, fair. Like, come on, bro, I'm just being honest and fair. In most cases, most men gonna like, they gonna do it. There is that one person that could be a childhood friend where y'all been through the trenches together. You know, y'all could have ate off the same table and, yeah, you know, so you see him like, because we grew up with extended families. All black people have extended families.
Yes.
So there are people that we do that are really not our cousins.
Right.
That you might have told your man this is your cousin, but he ain't your cousin. He might have dated your uncle when y'all was 13 and 12.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
like realistically, we've done that. You know, and I have a family member like that too, where that's the second person. She's no blood to me, but we were raised as cousins. But we're not blood. And she's really a friend, but I call her a cousin. But in reality, I would never touch her.
See, that same opportunity for a woman, though, we're not taking it. Because if we really say y'all friends, you
We're
have been
friends.
friend zoned. Like,
You're
there
friend
is
zoned.
absolutely no, you could call us
I
on your,
agree.
it
That's
doesn't
in
even
our
matter if you're on your
heads.
deathbed.
I
Like,
agree.
Shay, I need some of that so I could You're gonna have
You're
to
gonna
unalive.
die.
You just pull the
You're
plug.
gonna have to
This is just
unalive.
not happening.
You're gonna have to
Because
unalive yourself.
for us,
So you wouldn't give your best friend none to survive?
you're gonna have to die.
No, you're
What?
gonna be unalive.
Yo, me.
Y'all the last two on earth.
First of all, my best friend looks like
No.
King Kong.
Y'all the last
Like-
two on earth.
That's you know you gonna
He
see
does.
this.
It's okay. He does. My,
knows
my,
that?
my best
He's
guy friend.
African, so it's okay.
is
He understands.
A nice,
You think he like you?
African man.
You think he like you?
I think if the opportunity, I think if I called him and said to him,
Let's try it.
I
He
wanted to
loves
do it,
her,
I think he
Let's
would
try it.
definitely do
He
it.
not only likes her,
That's right.
he
Can we try?
loves
Call
her.
him. What's wrong with you?
Wakanda, what's his name? Wakanda?
But it's, I'm just saying, with a woman, when we friend zone you friend zone. There's nothing you could call us, yo. Let me come over.
Not even to survive. You love him. You don't love that much. No, I ain't gonna lie. If you no, but if your best friend, that's the only way they can live.
He's gonna have to be unalived.
No.
Sorry.
I would never want to be a friend.
He's gonna have to be unalived because listen, I will never friend zone a guy that I like.
That I like ever.
If I like you and I'm attracted to you, you're gonna know. You're gonna know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be no question about
If we
it. So
friend
if you're
zone,
in
y'all,
the
there's
friend
no
zone,
attraction.
that means I am
Like, you're
not
my
attracted
friend.
to you
You're
at
my
all.
friend.
There is no way, there is no
Yeah.
day, and there is no chance, unfortunately.
What signs of a friend zone?
Someone
They
said
can't hear you.
women
Someone say it loud.
normally know
What's-
after meeting a guy if he's gonna get some or not. Yeah, we know
Yeah.
immediately.
That's my sister. K Boss, what up? That's my sister.
You know immediately.
Look,
K Boss.
that K Boss is like a woman that I've known 1,000 years. Don't
K
see her
Boss.
that way. That's like and she's beautiful.
K Boss.
But
Hey, girl.
she's like really my sister. Like I could depend on her. Yo, if she slept in, I wouldn't. It's just not like
I ain't
that.
gonna surround myself with females
You know
that
what I'm
friend zone.
Exactly. Say that.
K
What
Boss
did you
is
say?
a beautiful girl. Look, see, what's good, bro? That's my sister.
Some signs that you have been friend
Some
zoned.
signs.
Is when I talk to you about another man.
When I talk to you about another man,
Biggest sign.
when you kind of like, try to, and I'm like, you're so funny, it's like certain things.
I'll be like, I'm done with
It's
her.
like certain things in certain instances where, I like Shay said, I'm gonna talk to you about other relationships. I'm gonna kind of like, I don't
The
know.
biggest is when we start
Like,
talking about other relationships.
yes.
It's like, oh, I met this guy,
Yes.
or no, I'm telling you
I
about
wanna
my
ask you a question,
sexual
though.
experience. That's your
Can
completely
I go back to
friend
Africa
zone.
real quick?
What?
Let's move back to Africa for 1 second.
What?
If you know he would want to sleep with you, is he really your friend?
No, no. You said would he, and I'm saying to you, yes, I think so. I think most.
So is
'cause
he
you just
really
said
your friend?
most guys, but he's been my friend since I was 11 years old. For me,
Right. I think
so
it's
I look at him.
Is he a
as
friend or he's a
Whatever he is,
opportunist?
That whatever he is, he's not gonna have the opportunist to put his penis
He
anywhere but where it is.
He do a lot for you.
Does he go?
He'll
a lot
do
for-
things for you.
Of course, that's my best.
But you know,
friend.
like one day he might just flip and be like, "I've done all of this for you."
That's fair.
And he big.
That's fair. He's not big.
He said King Kong.
Just so I'm
No, he just looks like it. He's
he
not
just
the
look
size
like
of
King
it.
Kong. So that
Just
for
in the
sure knows
face.
that me now do not know with him. I can't tell you that streets.
I hope he don't see this.
Why?
That's my. That's
Why?
I'm not
Who
all the time.
cares? He does.
I
Yo.
feel like he my ugly African friend.
Why?
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah,
He
you're better than
is.
me. You got guys.
You got
that-
a best friend?
You know.
Boy?
No, I don't have a male best friend. I
Your
don't.
husband ain't going for that.
You know what? It don't even have nothing to do with him, but I just don't have a male best friend. I have guy friends. I have friends. We all have people we could call, but I don't have like a male best friend. I don't.
I think the worst male friend
It's a
or
friend
worst
zone
female
people
friend
can't
that you meet is when someone comes along later in the relationship. I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
said what?
Someone
I'm not
come
gonna
along,
have a
like
best
for instance,
friend
you been
all
with
of
your
a
husband how
sudden.
long?
8 years.
If in 8 years some magical dude just pop up, I'm beating both of y'all up.
I'm dead.
That don't make no sense.
What would he
8
do?
years you been hiding him? Like we ain't been.
Right, you can't come out like,
This
this
my
my
cousin.
friend. This my cousin.
Get out of here.
Right.
Like, come on, we breaking up.
games.
You know what? It's over.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
Come on. How long you been friends with? You said since you're 11.
So I was 11 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, I've known
It's a
him.
long time. It's a very, long time. So even though he is definitely in love with Shay, but
She's
even
doing
though
the most.
besides
Like, all of that is so
they've
necessary.
been together for a very long time. They've been friends for a very long time. So they
He's
have
not in
a
love with
friendship.
me, guys.
Yes,
We're that is one of my close friends in my mind.
I think
That's how
as
I
they
see
got
it.
older, I think when they were younger coming up,
Did he listen?
but as they've got older, I think he has developed a love for
He's married.
He's not married. No.
Got a girlfriend.
No, nobody don't like him.
Currently,
Damn,
I
I'm
don't
mad at
think
this.
so.
Let's leave that man alone.
Currently, I don't
Leave
think
that
so.
man alone. I'm sorry.
No, he had his
Hey,
girlfriends.
Give me
He had
something
his
good about him before we leave him. Just say something nice about him.
What do you mean? He's my best. He's a
He said
great
he
guy.
ugly. He
He's
ain't
a
got
great
nobody.
guy.
Nobody
I
wanted
didn't
him.
say he
Like,
had
oh my
nobody.
God.
Nobody wanted him. He's had his girlfriends and stuff, but I just don't see him like that. He's my friend. But I have guy friends that I don't know. I feel like you see how you said how some women say they never had female friends. I felt like growing up,
He waiting
most
for
of my
her.
friends
He's waiting for her.
waiting for
He's
me.
right.
No.
You're right, beautiful. You're right.
You're
It's not that type of party.
If she was to call
He like
him
this.
right
The Diddy
now
list.
and
He
tell
like
her
this.
she wants to
Yo,
be
make sure
with him,
when you do this
he would
episode,
drop
make sure you zoom
everyone.
in. He's sitting there like this.
Yes.
He would.
Okay.
Waiting.
kinda awkward. Yeah, no.
He would.
We're just a friend.
You don't think he would drop everything? What'd you say?
No,
What?
no, 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 no.
Best friends
No.
make the best relationship. Meaning,
No.
man and woman are best friends.
No.
They was in a relationship, finally they broke up, but y'all been best friends, so y'all finally tried it.
No. I think he just knows too much. I think when someone you have a male best friend and he's been in your life for a long time, he knows too much of your business.
Can you be
He
friends
knows-
with an ex?
Yes.
You think you could be friends with an ex? Can you be
Yes.
friends with an ex, Q? Are you friends with any of your exes? Hit the doom doom doom, hit it in.
I'm being honest. I could be a friend with an ex, and the only way I could be a friend with an ex, we gotta establish healthy boundaries. And off the
Yes.
rip, I want to make sure this person know that this is nothing more than that.
Yes.
And on top of it, don't ask me to do nothing that I wouldn't want to tell my woman that I've done for you.
Okay.
I think it's so unfair that, like for instance, if I'm your man and you doing sneaky things for your friend, or your ex, that's crazy.
Right.
And be like, yo, imagine you found out that the car insurance is in her name for him. You be like, what?
I think it's weird to be friends with your ex because I feel like, not even that you still like each other. I feel like those weird conversations, like now I'm talking to him. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to go see Tyler. Are we gonna? Oh, you going to the same spot we went? I feel like all of that's no. I feel like it's weird to be friends with the next. I feel like once we done, we done.
I think it depends on how y'all left each other because most cases we leave toxic. Most people leave when it's toxic.
Yeah.
So right there, it's hard to be friends when you've left when it's toxic. The one thing I regret is leaving my ex sneaky. I should have left her more transparent. Yeah. And I regret that because we could have still probably been close. But again, she was my childhood friend since forever.
Right.
And I should have respected her where I should have told her that I wanted to move on. I didn't have the heart to say it. So I started sneaking around. And in reality, I created an enemy. Because she looked at it like, damn, you didn't respect me. You should have told me. And I would say wholeheartedly, if I can take anything back in that relationship, I would go tell her, like, yo, I don't want to be with you no more. And I think it's better for us to both leave on. I didn't do that. I just left, started entertaining. She found out, and she lost all respect for me. And that was my fault. And I'm just being fair. But I wasn't mature as I am now. Like, I'm way more mature. I wouldn't do that ever again. You know, as you age, you learn, you grow.
I agree.
So, your husband don't allow male friends.
It's not even so much what he allows,
There we
because
go.
that was with this allowed thing, like we're handmaiden slaves. Like, no, it has nothing to do with allowed.
It's a deal breaker for him.
But
That's why I say allow.
I have 2 exes that are friends. It's not like I can call them every day or we talk, we hang out, we don't talk. But I have 2 exes that I can see, and I'll be like, hello, how are you? Yes, because we didn't end on bad blood. I feel like when you end on bad blood, sometimes that's what causes that toxic breakup.
Now, if you
And
called
then-
any of those exes and told them, yeah, I'm trying to chill with you, would they say yes?
That's me want that.
Okay.
Me want that.
See,
Okay.
That's what I said.
I have not. I have
It's a
not.
thing that I
and
do.
I wouldn't even
it's
test
a
it.
rocking thing that I do.
I
There's nothing
wouldn't
to
test
it.
the waters with that, to
what
be
I do.
honest.
You know, they just said a poll the other day. They said a lot of
Right?
women,
This
a lot
is
of
so weird. Like, why is she rocking? I don't know.
She nervous.
I'm not nervous. I just, after a while, it's just
She
my
said,
thing. Now people be stimming.
why is she rocking? I didn't even notice that till Leo said
know.
it. But look, they said, what if you in the hospital? What do you keep doing in the hospital?
Yeah,
I believe-
I be
What
ignoring
is this?
them.
This is TikTok?
What is it?
Everything,
Y'all.
everything comes up.
Oh, this is everything.
Yeah. So question, we upgraded a little bit. We upgraded.
Yeah, I see. I'm like,
Let's go
okay.
straight.
And it's like right in front of me, so I could.
But look, I do believe that it has to be very, very healthy boundaries established.
Exactly.
If men and women are friends. And I think that
Exactly.
sometimes, I think a lot of women, I ain't gonna cap, I'm saying I don't care. We're gonna have to fight. I do believe that a lot of women do have a spare tire. They have that guy they didn't know they could back. I'm being honest with you. Tell the truth, Myra.
Why
Tell the
you
truth,
bringing
Mara.
it
That
up?
guy-
Mara,
I'm
keep it
not ready to
100.
Tell the truth.
Mara, keep it 100.
You said most women have a spare tire.
Yes.
What for when you catch a flat?
Yes.
And you go get the jacket,
Yes.
the car up, and throw the stick
Yes.
on. I don't know.
But you know what I'll say this though? You know why it's easier for a woman to have a dude waiting or a dude that on the side? Because dudes ain't gonna tell. He's benefiting from it. A woman starts getting emotional, so that she's gonna be like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. But a man will be like, yo, I'm hitting it. You gotta go home to him and give him all that energy. And every time I see you, it's fun. And I get to see you on certain days and I still get to hit it. That's like he won. That's like hitting the lottery and hitting the lottery. And you get to be with other women. It's like hitting the lottery. Think about it. You get to sleep with her. Whenever she and him are having problems, she don't bother you. She don't ask you for the money. He got to pay the bills for her. And you get to hit it. That's like, come on, you doing that man a favor. That man want to high five you every time he see you. He love you. Like, you're like, come on, give me a hug. Get over here. Stop playing. Get over here, girl. Give me a hug. Come on.
Baby said I don't play games like that.
Some people be capping. I ain't saying, Jay, baby, I don't care what you say. Some of y'all be lying. Some of y'all be having 10 and 11 dudes.
Yeah.
Some of y'all be capping.
Keep it 100. Y'all be capping. Y'all lying.
Be lying.
Someone said a spare tire is extra love and more to hold on to.
Listen, when
That's
you
right,
go,
Woozy.
once I go on your Instagram and see your Instagram is very, 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 very
Provocative.
provocative, you're looking for somebody.
Yeah.
If I show a lot of money on Instagram, that means I'm trying to lure somebody. And if you're showing body and skin, it's because you're trying to
Why you
attract
lying to
somebody.
me?
Because I seen your skin.
Leave
Look
me
at that.
alone. What is wrong
Look at
with
that.
y'all?
The gallon
What
sugar.
you doing, body or skin? Please leave me alone.
I see skin.
But yeah, I mean,
Y'all a mess.
I'm trying to
when
run
it's-
past that. Show
y'all
your
a
skin.
mess.
But I'm being honest with you. If a girl's she's showing a lot, she's hunting.
She's trying to.
If a
attract
man's
certain
showing
man.
off a lot,
Right.
he's hunting.
Right.
Just what it is.
Right. And that goes back into what me and Shay always have this conversation. Like, women will wear certain things and then get mad when they attract
Yes.
a man saying whatever to them. But it's like, you knew what you put on.
do I like him? I love Q.
You knew-
It's like my it's like my big brother.
You knew
What do y'all be weird on
what
here? What are you getting
what,
to?
you know,
They know. She knew. She don't know.
Oh.
Some people just first time. Some people been on there for a few
Yeah,
times.
this is like our brother. We love Q. We always come, show love. He showed love to
Yes, my girls.
Fun fact, when Myra and I had a podcast, right? We haven't done it in a long time.
We're gonna start bringing them on consistently at least once a month.
Q was
No,
the
for now,
first
y'all gonna start doing once a
person-
month.
once a month. Yeah.
Once a month, guys, we'll
Give
start doing
us
once a month.
No, but let me say, Q
No,
was the
but hold on. Let's
first
commit to this
person.
first.
You've been saying that.
No, let's lock in.
regularly.
Listen, once a month. I just said it on TikTok.
Yeah, last year.
I said on
Leona is
Instagram once a
new.
month.
Hello,
What do I want
Leona.
to get from Q? Trying to get what?
Don't even bet.
Let me answer
No,
that.
Q's.
Anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
What we were
It's a
talking
little
about
weird,
is
guys.
when women dress provocatively, right? We put on our little see-through, little thong outfit, whatever.
She hunting.
And then we feel like
See, she knew.
when a man comes and
Welcome.
he says these things to us, we're so offended. Huh? Well, how could he say that? I mean,
sorry,
you got
Leon,
your
I'm
nipples
sorry.
out, you got your body
Hi.
out. Like, what do you really expect for a man to say?
He sees hoe.
He sees
Hoe. Hoe.
DM for one reason.
No, you know what it is? Let me take that back. He don't see hoe.
Not a hoe.
He see easy access.
Right.
He see opportunity.
Thank you, Angel.
Right.
Not true. I mean, if your butt is out, your
No,
cleavage is
listen,
something. I don't wanna show
Angel.
his skin. What type of skin?
You have to be a man to understand how we think.
Every time
When a
woman
man
shows
sees a
skin,
woman
she's
naked,
hunting?
he
Look
looks
at
at it
my
like
face.
you want some wee wee.
Because she has skin showing?
Yes.
That doesn't even- okay.
That's how we look
Not
at
just
it.
skin. We talk about nipples, cooch,
Yes.
butt. We not really talking about skin because you can have your legs out, maybe a little cleavage.
You know
in
the new
back.
you know the
I'm
new
cool
outfit
with
they be
that.
wearing? Where it's a see-through and you can see that panty and bra?
Yeah.
You that we call that skittle. Like that
birthday
mean
outfit,
you,
not the
you
skittle.
hunt. Come on, like we just call it what it is.
Right.
If a man walking around showing off mad money, it's something he's trying to give off.
Yeah.
No shirt on at the beach all the time.
He's trying to get it. Come on.
I mean, who's walking around with shirt on
Someone
at the
said
beach?
that's the perception. Agreed.
Who's walking around with their shirt?
Because they went to the gym all day. For attention.
Listen, both cases. If your woman is just half naked, in most cases, most men will perceive that she's easy access or she's looking for penis. And if a woman don't agree to that, then she doesn't understand
Well,
how
yeah,
men
when you
think.
say half naked, you said showing skin. Half naked is another thing. When you out there with all your tits out and your butt, your
Yeah, you
ass
know, I was-
out, everything, that's different. But if a woman is just
What you gonna wear?
they're sexy and then
joke.
there's too much. Like I
joke.
feel like you know what I'm saying. When you
No,
do
but
too
I
much,
do
it's too
believe
much.
that there are certain women that like to dress sexy,
Right.
because they want to feel good about themselves that day.
It's a difference
And I'm not
between
gonna-
dressing sexy
being
and
honest.
dressing trashy.
Right.
It's a total difference, ladies, and y'all know that.
But you know,
like,
perception is one's reality. Just because you
But
and
it's
your
a
mom's like,
difference.
I'm sexy, you look at it like she easy.
it's a difference, though. It really is a difference. So you have to. But it's a thin line. It's a
Yeah.
real thin line between being sexy and going over that line. You
I
have
agree.
to always keep it a little sexy and classy. When you got this out and you got everything out now, you know I'm a little thicker, so I have to be monitoring of what I wear. Sometimes I ain't gonna say you may catch me in the summertime at the pool party with the little see-through thing.
But it's
on,
a pool party.
It's a pool party,
Yeah.
or you know you gotta know the occasion. You have to know where you're going, and it's
Yeah.
a time and a place. That's all.
I got a question for both of y'all. Why is it weird when a woman wears a bikini, but when she wears a bra and panty set, it's nasty?
I don't understand that. I've never.
I've always
Well,
tried to
a bikini's
understand
for
it.
the beach. If you're posting up a picture in your bra and panty, then that's different.
But it's the same
everyone
thing.
But it's not the same thing.
Can you get in the pool with your bra and panties on?
You're not gonna get up and go to work.
But can you get in the pool with that?
Q.
No, yes or no, the first. Can you get in the pool with your bra and panties set?
No,
Yes.
I mean
Yes.
you can,
Yes.
but yes.
But you
It's
know
the
what
same
you're
thing.
saying. If you're at a beach and you're posting up at a pool party, it just makes sense that you're in a bikini. No one's really going to a pool party in a nun outfit. And when you're posting up though with your bra and panties, it gives a little bit more of a sexual.
Okay,
It's
you catch a girl
different.
at a pool, she got her the bra, right?
Okay.
She doesn't care about nobody looking at her.
Right.
You walk into a room and she got her bra. What?
right,
It's the same thing.
same thing.
It's weird when you hide your bra when somebody see you, and it's the same thing as a bra and panty, as if it's the same thing.
It is
It's to me, it's weird.
okay.
Like if I walk in the room, if you go to the beach, Tyler, a girl's willing to walk on the beach in public with a bra with a bathing suit on. What is the difference of a bra and panty set? It's the
There's
same
really
thing.
no difference. It's the same look, but
So
I
if
think
you see a girl
Same thing.
post up at the beach, you post a picture of her at the beach in a bikini, you're not thinking any different than if she posts a picture in the bedroom
And she's in a bra and
In her bra and
panties.
panty, you're looking at it the same, like, oh my God, same thing.
Right.
Same pic from
It's
yesterday.
not.
Cute.
I think location does matter. I'm not gonna lie.
And that's the thing.
Location
Bra
does
and
matter.
That's what I'm
panties are
saying. That's a-
intimates.
it's-
Those are called
right.
intimates. Underclothes. It may look the same. It may
Tyler.
have the same appearance to the eye, but it's different. Those are your underclothes. Those are intimate. So yeah, if I go to the beach, I have on my bikini. Now I'm in my bedroom and I'm posting a bra and panties. Now it's giving more personal, intimate. Like,
It's giving thirst.
It's giving,
tea.
you know,
That's what it's giving. Because why are you
it's
posting
different.
that?
It is
Typically, me and
different.
Myra at the beach or we at a pool party, you're gonna take a picture together, may post, oh, pool party, but it just makes sense. We're not gonna be, in the bedroom. Like, girl, let's take a picture in our bras and panties and post it. You're gonna look at us totally
Somebody
different.
definitely doing that.
Right.
You look at us
Somebody-
totally
that's
different. Like,
definitely
yo,
doing that.
what is that?
Wait till they see this.
Ah, goodness.
They still don't even say.
Why does he keep saying that? Why
Don't
does he
even
not
answer.
want it from
Leave it
Keith?
alone. Yeah, but so we're gonna ask one more question before we get out of here today. Give me a question, somebody. What
What is the price of
is the price of love?
What is the price of love?
Dun, dun, dun.
I mean, we all don't want no broke man. We're going to keep it 100. As women, let's keep it 100. We all do not want a man that cannot provide in some sort of way.
You date a broke man?
my what?
You could date a broke man?
What's broke?
Can you date a broke man?
No.
Could you date a broke man?
No.
So the price is
Sorry.
one. We established that he has to have a form of income that's suitable for the woman's needs.
See, I don't like the way you put stuff out there
It's
when you
the
say that.
truth.
That's suitable for the woman's needs. Like, you make us look like we all about
say
money.
this.
Stop saying
It's suitable
that.
for the woman's security. She has to feel secure with it.
Yes.
30K a year.
No,
30K.
I don't even want my daughter to be
30K
on
a
it.
year.
50, all right, 670.
No, that's not in Long Island. In that county,
What if you make
70K. What you doing with that?
I just feel like a man just needs to be able to provide and give you that sense of security, as Q said. Like, women, we're real big on that. We're real big on
agree.
feeling safe,
I agree.
physically,
agree.
financially, mentally, emotionally. And I just think that's why I said it's kind of really no price, because it's so many different layers when it comes to love. So how can you really put a price on it? But we all know we don't want no broke man. We don't want a man that cannot take you to a nice dinner or maybe possibly take you on a vacation or what have you.
Yep.
So I don't once again, I don't think there's a price, a monetary price, but I do think it comes with some boundaries, rules, and regulations and stipulations when it comes to love.
I give it
Because
up.
love ain't free.
I agree.
It's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that goes into love, and it's a lot of sacrifice and compromise that goes into that word love. So, and I was telling you again, there is a price that we pay for love too. It's not just us. What can we get for love? We pay so much for love because once again, we compromise, we sacrifice, we give up ourselves, we pour into someone else. You take from you and give to this person, just all in the sake of love.
You benefit
You think
from
most men pay more for love because you guys spend more? So naturally, you feel like you're paying to keep a woman?
I don't think it's just monetary. Finances. I think it goes deeper than just money. So when we say price of love, it could be you gave away a lot of your time. You know, it could be the fact that you were consistently always around the kids that allowed me to become a great provider. You know, so I don't want to just put money on it. I think it's fair if I just take away the accessible thing or the extra things that women do in a relationship to make it flow. I don't want to do that because there's certain things I see women do without the woman that man ain't gonna survive. And then I see men do things that woman ain't gonna survive. I've seen both sides. So I don't want to just make it a money thing. If we made it a money thing, men definitely spend more money in relationships. You could just look at our birthdays. I'm just being honest. So if we make it a money thing, hell to the year.
Why you say just look at our birthdays?
Because y'all give us the grass on earth and y'all want the sky.
What you mean?
Y'all want the moon in the
You're
sky.
saying on a man's birthday, a woman doesn't
Nowhere
do
near to the
anything?
magnitude of what the man do for her. Nowhere near. In most cases, Myra. Don't make y'all understand it. In most
Right.
cases, women are not going all out. Ain't no one buy no man no Birkin bag. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, but how many? I mean, let's
You think
just
I-
talk about your typical man. How much average men are out there going to buy no woman a birthday
But I
bag?
genuinely
Come on.
believe that most men are broke because of relationships. I'm being honest. I think most men are broke because of relationships. I think most women are very materialistic. They have high expectations, and a lot of them can't provide the lifestyle that they expect a man to give them. I'm being honest with you. And I'm just being fair from my experience of dealing with a lot of women. A lot of women have high needs because they looking at the other women seeing them. That's what they compare themselves to. You got a girl that's regular and they think that he should be having Jay-Z and Beyonce life.
I like what Boss Lady said. I can't have a man with a broke man mentality. He has to have a mindset of getting more if we can build.
And then
I agree.
Abundant Soul said, what's more important? She keeps putting this up. What's more important, a broke man or a good lover? And I think what she's trying to say is what's more important, a broke man that's a good lover or a rich man that is not?
What do you think?
So we're talking about a rich man that is horrible in bed
Yes.
or a broke man that is great in bed.
Yes. What you taking?
I'm going to take both.
You gotta take one.
Gotta
See,
take
she
one.
cheated. You see?
Take one. I think because I'm the woman I am.
Myra, answer the question.
And I'm a hustler.
You gotta
So
choose
I'm gonna
one.
take the broke man, but that's a good lover.
I believe it's Cat. I
I'm
believe
gonna
it's
take the
Cat.
broke man as a good lover because I have my own.
You gonna diss him every
So
chance you
I
get.
could, but no, I'm
Yes,
not
you
gonna
are,
diss him
Myra.
because he's good in bed.
Your first statement a minute ago was, "We ain't dealing with no broke man."
But I can't deal. But okay, but I can't also deal with the man that doesn't satisfy me either.
Sex don't feel good when the bills is hitting. Sex
But-
don't feel good when the bills
Sex don't
hitting.
feel good outside.
Bills don't feel good.
The landlord put that on.
Yo, sex feel. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Well, you got to get out.
When you on vacation, y'all probably have the best sex on earth. Cause y'all not worried about being responsibilities. I'm being honest.
I don't know. That's a tough one because now you have a man though that is providing, giving you everything you need.
Somebody
but he
said
don't
tag the lady's
satisfy you.
page. Why?
You know,
So
you
now
know.
you gotta go outside anyway.
We'll do that. You know what most men right now, you know what, matter of fact, you know why most women, they have high expectations sexually? Because they've been sexually promiscuous a little bit. A lot of women, they've been around with too many men. They have too much comparisons. They only know what a good sexual partner is because they had a couple of partners. It was intended for the woman to be a virgin because she doesn't know any difference. But when a woman has more than one partner or multiple partners, she has something to compare it to. That's why a lot of women are hard to satisfy, because they have too much to compare it to. This guy, he's better sexually. This guy better vocally. This guy's better. So she has too much to compare it to. So she has these high laundry lists because of so many different guys she's already entertained. It don't have to be sexually. She could have liked the way this guy talks. She might have never even sex with him. But the way he talks, she loves that about him. This guy's sex. This guy this guy's that. They trying to build a bear. Just being honest. Somebody said facts.
It do feel good outside.
She said depends where though. She said depends where.
That's funny.
No, but I love my audience. My audience be showing wild love, and they
were
honest.
fun.
They honest. They don't be on no
They were
weirdness.
honest. You guys in the chat were honest. You
I
were
love
fun.
it. I love it.
You know, you guys were respectful. Y'all had y'all little side comments, but it is
I love
what it is. Everyone has their own opinion.
What's the person love before we get out of here today?
I'm not saying anything else.
Don't say nothing.
I regress. I just agree with you guys.
Cat, but
I just agree with them. Love is amazing. It's just no price. $0.
$0.
Nothing else to say.
I will say this today.
That is it.
Today we've learned good and bad things. But we learned. But one thing I will say is, guys, some of us have to really understand that someone appreciating you, valuing you, and wanting to consistently be there for you means more than how much money they bring to the table. Guys, one day, men, we will be old. And we will need that person maybe to wipe our behinds, maybe to push our wheelchairs, and vice versa for the women. That's when you're going to realize that we all age, we get old, we stop looking the same. So when you look at the price of love, I always say to myself, it is more valuable for someone who loves me and appreciates me for who I am than for someone I'm trying to pretend to be. So if someone accepts you completely for yourself, that is the truest definition of love. So learn to be yourself and stop posing for someone you're not. And maybe you'll find someone that genuinely loves you for you. Till next time, guys, don't let that go over your head.
Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.